Hey guys, welcome back to SoulCalibur 5 CAS. This is KGKProductionz yet again with another tutorial. For this week, I actually have gotten a few requests, so I'm responding to one of them now. This request was actually given to me yesterday, so this is the fastest I ever did a request. I did it in basically like a few hours. Um, he wanted me to make Mega Man from Battle Network as the cross fusion seen in like the video games and such. So I gave it a shot. This is a really difficult assignment. For this one, some things could not be done, and I'll explain what could not be done in the actual, you know, in the actual presentation of it. If you see here, I got most of the stuff that he has. I got the face mask, the piece for his helmet, like that goes through his helmet, the core, the shoulder pieces look acceptable. It's not perfect, but they're definitely acceptable. The only thing I couldn't do, there's a few things. For one, the pattern. The pattern is not perfect, if you notice. Doing the pattern form is really difficult in the fact that you're limited to only 4 stickers. So I could not, use enough stickers to make the pattern flat out straight, like nice, and that's kind of not fair. But what can I do about it? I guess I could try to play around with this some more, but there's just not enough stickers to go around to make a perfect pattern. That's what it basically comes down to. So I'll show you what I did for that. Now, the other problem I have is the core. Couldn't do a yellow outline for the core. That's a small problem. I couldn't throw out the yellow piece on top of the insignia on his head because the game refuses to let you throw stickers on the helmet. That's another small problem. And I think the last problem I had was the bottom part. Another small problem was I couldn't do the perfect detail for the bottom part of his legs. You see the blue at for the stickers. Small problems here and there, but overall I got a usable Mega Man character. I had fun using him online recently. So let's get to it. Alright, start off. I set the height to 1. Make it as small as possible. Now, in the physique, everything is set to -20 and muscle mass is set to 0. Basically, he's a really, 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 really small guy, which he was. So just do that and it looks best. For the face, set face to 20. For the hairstyle, I use short untidy. Now for the eyebrows, I use 24. Alright? And for the voice, I use young villager and I set the pitch to 15.
I can't run away.
I think it produced a good enough result, Now for the equipment, the headgear would be close helm, the face will be battle mask, the undergarments will be the rubber unitard, the gloves will be the wide opening gloves. For the shoulders, we'll use shoulder plates. For the ankles, we'll have the knee socks. For the feet, we'll use the Ashigaru greaves. And for the specialized equipment, we use a bolt and 2 cylinders. Alright, so let me show you how to do those 3 pieces. So here's the values for everything. I'm just gonna put the values up here so you can pause the video and input them while I explain what they do. The bolts is supposed to be for like that little power cord he has in his chest, So that's what I use the bolt for. Now some people may want to use the outline for the bolt instead of the outline for the helmet. If you want to do that, that's fine. You would just make a bigger bolt and then just that's it. Just make sure it's lower than the red one, so the red one sticks out like his chest does, and then that would be fine for the outline. And then make the cylinder yellow, and you'll be okay. But if not, just follow this simple instruction. We'll do the same thing for the cylinder. One cylinder is going to be bigger than the other. They basically are being put on top of each other. One is going to be a little bit longer. The one that's a little bit longer is the red one. The one that's wider is the yellow one. This way, you get that effect as if they're actually together when they're really not. Alright? So that's the first cylinder. I believe the first cylinder is smaller than the second cylinder. No, it is. The first cylinder is smaller than the second cylinder. The second cylinder is the bigger one, so that would be the yellow one. Okay. If If you want to change some values up here, you can do so. This will be your system, not mine's. Okay? So, that's the outfit portion. For the weapon style, let's do weapon style now because it's kind of important to me to make this known. I do not know what preferred weapon style he should be. I remember in the video, like in the show, that Lan used to use that card that gave him like the sword. So I saw Patroclus' sword and it's like, you know, the same color. So I was like, you know, I think I'll give him the SoulCalibur with Patroclus' style. But I don't know what people would rather have. So I guess this will work, but you know, it's up to you yet again, you know. Now for the pack, I use comic pack. You can use comic pack, magic pack, anime pack, outrageous pack. You probably even use no, not angel pack, but you know, one of the packs that would actually make some kind of sense. Alright, that's for the weapons. Now that the weapons are done, let's look at the actual colors for like the palettes. For the skin tone is set to 495. For the hairstyle, we set the hair color to 9528. And then for the eyebrow color, we set that to 9631. Alright? Now the eye color is set to 9618, where the outside is set to 000 flat. Here's a little thing I want to say as a note. And again, because I'm not that familiar with the Battle Network series, I've seen pictures of his eyes being brown and pictures where his eyes were green. So I'm not entirely sure what his color of his eyes should be. So if you please can send me a comment, I can put that in the video. If I'm right, I won't put anything. But if I'm wrong and his eyes are green, then I'll put that, find the perfect color green, and then put that as an annotation. Thank you. Alright? Oh, speaking of annotations, I forgot to mention. The person who requested this video, I did not mention your name. I know you sent me the request yesterday, but I forgot your name really fast. I have bad memory, so I'll put your name as an annotation throughout the video. If you have not seen so yet, you'll probably see it like twice in the video or maybe throughout the entire thing. I'm not sure how I'll do it yet, but you know, I'm not forgetting you. Alright, so for the color for the headgear, the first palette is set to 93926. The second one would be 92113. This is where the logo is supposed to be at, but since I couldn't do the sticker, you know, it could still be there just without the perfect, you know, definition. For the face mask, I use 93926 again. Now here's where stuff got really crazy and complicated. Okay. For the patterns, I use basic 5 because it gave me the least amount of stripes. So I had the first color palette be 94129, as well as the third and the fourth, where the second color palette was 935. So those are the two colors that you're going to use for the palettes, basically. One's going to be 935, the other one's going to be 94129. That's it. Now I maximized the size of the actual pattern, and I think I played with the angles to make one side flat perfect. I couldn't do both sides. I kept trying, but the game just won't allow it. So it's a little bit of a problem for me with that. I think I'll go back and play with the pattern a little bit, see if I can make it perfect. But if not, then I'll just leave it alone. If I do find a way to make the pattern perfect, I'll make sure I put that as an annotation in the video. Alright, for the gloves, make the gloves the same color, 93926. Alright, for the shoulders, make both the palettes the same color, 91016. Alright, now for the feet, 94026. That's going to be for the ankle equipment, and then for the feet, 93926 for everything. Alright, for all of it. The reason why I use the knee socks, by the way, is you probably noticed by now, but from a distance, those actually look like, you know, some really defined boots like Mega Man had. So I thought that would fit best. For some reason, the Mega Man characters, you know, I usually use the Ashley Garland Greaves. They look a little bit more complicated if you play with the color right enough. it seems like everything kind of like molds together. So I just use that instead, and it works out a lot of times. Alright, for this part here, the cylinder and the bolt. The bolt, I set the color for the bolt to be 9117. For the first cylinder, I set the color to be 9116. For the second cylinder, I set the color to be 91016. And you should have what you see now with just a little bit more stripes and such. For now, for the finishing touches. The stickers. If you're looking at what you have now without the stickers, you're probably saying, wow, I see why it just didn't really work out too well. It's really annoying, but I think I fixed it. Like if you look at the back, you'll have some massive stripes on your back. So I threw two stickers to cover the stripes up on the back. And at the bottom, I threw one sticker aimed at only the legs. It covered the bottom. I just, lifted it up on a vertical axis somewhat, so that way it would cover enough. I didn't want to show on the feet, but that's also the same reason why I use the socks, because that way I wouldn't show the sticker on the feet. Now, you're gonna have to maximize the size of the stickers. The ones in the back you can't maximize, because if you do, you'll cover the side stripes. And that's pointless because you don't want that, So don't do that. Now, the other thing is, for the stickers on the chest, you're gonna have to throw like a circle sticker on the chest, or if you can, maybe you can find a V-shaped sticker and stick that. Now, if you don't really care about the back, then you can do the last two. The little pattern on the chest, no problem. You'll be able to do like the V-shaped pattern. But if you do care, like I did, then you won't be able to do so. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I think about it, so I'll probably see if I can make a better variation of this guy. Probably. Now, another thing you may want to do is you may want to go to the skin tone, and where the neck is at, put like a small little sticker on the neck. They scale it down, vertically speaking. Basically right there, you size it out. Of course, the only problem is you want to cover the face. Now, this is not necessary, and honestly, you won't be able to cover the whole thing. But that's a little idea. If you want, you can use a sticker on the neck. And there's variations of stickers you can use, but that's something you can use if you want to cover the neck up and not have people see, his actual skin. But that's everything. The last thing you have to do is weapon trail. If you're using the style I'm using right now, I gave him a blue weapon trail of 943 to 15. Alright. So now let me show you how he fights. I mean, how he sounds, And you can send me a message of what you think of this guy. Alright guys, that's it for this segment. I hope you enjoyed this character. I know I did. Now there's other requests that I have made already. Like for example, someone requested me to make Haku a while ago. I was not online then, but when I saw it, I did it yesterday as well. I'll put a video on that as soon as I can. So just keep sending me more requests and I'll keep working on them, guys. I have plenty of time right now as I'm not working just yet. So if you want them made, now is the best time. But until next time, guys, I'll see you around. Everyone take care. Have a good time. See you later.